Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of free and cheap things to do in London. Part 1 is linked down below. We're going to kick off today's video with a trip to the Museum of London. This is an absolute unit of a museum because it begins right at the beginning of time. So, from 1976, the main site has been located overlooking the remains of a Roman city wall and on the edge of the oldest part of London, close to the Barbican Centre as part of the Barbican complex of buildings created in the 60s and 70s to redevelop a bomb-damaged area of the city. This museum has the largest urban history collection in the world with more than 6 million objects. It is primarily concerned with the social history of London and its inhabitants throughout the last 10,000 years. The museum has over 13,000 objects in its prehistoric collections, over 47,000 objects in its Roman collection, 1,500 items from the Tudors, including 500 pieces of Tudor jewellery. Moving through the museum to more modern times, you'll find a recreation of a London trade street from the early 1900s. This is my favourite part of the museum. The museum collects general and social working history objects relating to the everyday lives and trade of ordinary Londoners. The museum holds quite an extensive collection of suffragette material, largely from the archive of the suffragette group the Women's Social and Political Union, the archives of the Whitefriars Glassworks, and papers relating to Kibbo Crift. Unfortunately, by the time you're watching this video, the museum has closed until 2026. Our next location is the Moore Galleries. Situated just off Trafalgar Square, the Moore Galleries is the national focal point for contemporary figurative art and the home to the Federation of British Artists. Moore Galleries is central London's leading gallery, celebrating contemporary visual arts through a lively and diverse programme of exhibitions and events, often lasting from only 2 to 10 days. It's a relatively small gallery, but it's an amazing one. There's no admission fee for anyone 25 and under. Over 25s, the cost is £5. Discover the story of the Bank of England through the fascinating historical objects and works of art. The collection contains 40,000 items and spans over 1,500 years of history. It includes archaeology, banknotes, coins, artworks, sculpture, decorative art, and social history. During my visit, there was a temporary exhibition on the slavery within the bank. This exhibition explores the history of transatlantic slavery through its connections with the Bank of England and the wider city of London. This exhibition is on until the end of April 2023. Okay, after a morning of exploring, let's get some food. I love going to Neat Burger. It's a fully plant-based fast food restaurant. You can get free fries on a Friday when you purchase a main, but also You can get yourself a free cheeseburger when you sign up to their mailing list. I also treated myself to some sweet potato fries because I love myself and I deserve a treat. Now, this burger isn't something that I would usually go for because I don't really like the taste of cheese that much, but this burger was fully customizable. To redeem the offer, you have to order through the online service, which is pretty simple, but it's a bit of a faff. But I'll do anything for a freebie. Here's a little video of me deciding whether I like the burger or not. I'm a little bit in between. If I could have picked, I would have picked the chicken style burger that they do. As far as plant-based beef substitutes go, this was pretty tasty. Okay, with lunch done, let's do another museum. Let's go to the Imperial War Museum. This museum is quite a heavy one. It's quite big. It covers a lot of topics. If you don't manage to get through it in one day, don't beat yourself up about it, but you do need quite a lot of time to get through everything and to read everything and to fully digest everything. I had to leave halfway through because I just got very overwhelmed. I will be returning again to finish off the rest of the museum, but I just want to make it a point that it is a very harrowing and very tough museum. From the moment you step into the iconic atrium to the countless discoveries awaiting you in the award-winning galleries, the Imperial War Museum London examines the continuing influence of war on our world. Hear the extraordinary true stories of ordinary people's experiences of conflict across the museum's 6 floors. Dedicated to conserving, displaying, and interpreting stories of the most devastating conflict in human history, the Imperial War Museum London is the first museum in the world to house Second World War galleries and the Holocaust galleries under the same roof. These award-winning galleries will change the way we understand the past for generations to come. Spanning 2 floors, these vast galleries bring together the stories of real people from diverse communities to examine the complex relationship between the Holocaust and the consequences of the Second World War. Other permanent galleries include the First World War galleries, Lord Ashcroft's Gallery Extraordinary Heroes, Peace and Security 1945 to 2015, Turning Points 1934 to 1945, and Witness to War. Okay, so your day in London is done, but you still have an hour or 2 before your train home. Well, I have some options for you, so aren't you lucky? First one is you could go across to St Pancras International. There's a bunch of shops, loads of restaurants including Yo Sushi, Carluccio's, L&N Cafe, Greg's, Starbucks, Joe and the Juice, and loads more. For a bit of window shopping, Fortnum and Mason is always lovely no matter what time of year it is. There's loads of high street shops, but also the more bougier ones as well if you want to act a little bit fancy and nip over to Chanel. I'll give you my PO box. Right in the middle of the station there is a piano, so you can wait your turn to have a little go on the keys, or you can just listen. There is no need to give over any money, it's not a busking sort of thing. It's just a free to play, free to watch scenario. No trip to London is complete without a stop at the 9 3/4 Harry Potter gift shop. This gift shop welcomes over 2 million customers a year. Whether they're muggles or first-time Hogwarts students getting their photo taken at the trolley, the Harry Potter shop at 9 3/4 has become a must-see destination for fans of the books and films. The shop at King's Cross was the first gift shop to open in the world and was opened by none other than Professor Flitwick himself. As well as picking your favourite mythical creature, you can also collect your wand, your robes, your Quidditch uniform, and all your stationery. The gift shop also stocks all the sweets that you hear about in the books and in the films. The famous butterbeer, don't buy it, it's horrible. And they also sell my favourite chocolate frogs. Honeydukes have recently come out with a dark chocolate frog, which still contain the magical card, and as far as I know don't contain any dairy, so for me, as a vegan, they're pretty safe. And that is all from me today, folks. I don't think there'll be a part 3 to this video, but if there is, I shall link it here. Please watch part 1 if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye!